how do you see yourself on it? It really looks at, hang on, just getting that in there. Right. Cool. Okay. Hello and welcome. I would like to introduce you to Mr. Shane Kerr. He's an English teacher who knows absolutely nothing about what we're going to do right now, but he's going to help us. He's going to help us with task number 1 of your design process, which is the interview. Okay. Now, I first want to explain to you why we are going to do this interview. Okay? And Mr. Kerr, can you tell me the name of the movie that they've come from?
That's the James Cameron directed film Avatar.
The James Cameron directed film Avatar. Avatar?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Well, it's kind of like another identity that someone might have. You know, I mean, you can, in a computer game, or you can go on as this particular person, something different to who you are. As
a specific type of person that you choose?
Yeah.
Okay.
You design it, like in the game Sims or something like that, you have sort of an avatar.
Okay, I don't think I know the game Sims, but
it's a very good analogy.
It's a very good analogy. So if you know the game Sims, then that is an avatar. The way we use an avatar in design is very similar. We take a specific type of person, and that is who we design for. Okay, if you're in small business, like I was for a long time, your avatar is the person who is your favourite and your best customer. The person who keeps coming back and back and back, and that's the reason we use them in design, because we pick something to design for one person. Okay, and I was supposed to click there to show, because now you're standing in front of it. That was just to say there's the avatar, that's the name. But if you don't design for an avatar, you end up trying to design for everybody. Now, can you see in there, anywhere, 2 people that look exactly the same?
No.
Okay, just imagine if this guy came to you and said, I'd like you to design me a boat, and you designed that boat. Do you think you'd be doing the right thing?
No.
No, you wouldn't, would you?
You'd be wanting that.
He'd be wanting that. Well, he might be wanting one that doesn't have a hole in the thing, that has a better sail, but this person in this tent, if they came to you and said, well, you designed me a changing tent, and you came back with a shade sail like that, do you think you'd be finding the right thing?
No.
Smart.
No.
Okay, this is the reason we use an avatar. We don't, and just in case you're interested, Wally's...
That's Waldo, there. That's Wizard Whitebeard. Yes.
Oh, very good!
I have the books.
And you found all 3 of them that quickly.
I have the book at home.
Okay, well where's Wally? You don't design for everybody, you design for one person. And that is the reason for this interview. We are going to design for Mr. Kerr. I know he's not between 4 and 8 years old. Would you like to pretend to be between 4 and 8 years old?
Yes.
Okay, no, let's not. Let's just do you. But your job is to interview one person and one person only, and this is the person you are going to be designing for. Okay?
Yep.
And that will help you with your design. Our Walt is to really listen. Really listen when you're interviewing a person. This is because it's easy to make a real connection if you're really listening. Okay? Most people spend their time waiting for their turn to talk, so they don't actually listen to what you're saying. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
What were you saying?
Yeah, very good. Okay, and basically I just want you to take your time during your interview, like I hope I'm going to take through this interview, to learn as much as you can about the person that you're interviewing. So, shall we start with the questions?
Yes.
One of the first question, name, age, gender.
Okay. Name, Shane. Age, 39, but I will be 40 in May. And I'm male.
What date in May?
13th of May.
The 13th of May. Now, Shane, I know that there's many different ways to spell Shane. How do you spell Shane?
C-H-E-Y-N-E.
C-H-E-Y-N-E. Is there a reason why it was spelled that way?
I was actually, my parents, when they were going out, they went to a surfing competition in Victoria, and there was a surfer, famous Australian surfer by the name of Shane Harana. And that's what I'm named after.
Is that why you wear the Hawaiian shirt, sir?
Must be. I can't surf, but I can surf the net, so that's pretty good.
You can surf the net. So you're named after a surfer?
Yes.
Okay. Is that your store surfer?
Yep.
Yes, you are over here.
Yep.
Okay. I want to stop right there and point out that I didn't just ask those 3 questions. I went a little bit further. I asked how the name was spelled and why. And you'll find it's really, really important to talk to people about their name because it's so special to them. Okay, let's do this one. What's our next question? Favourite food, and which one do you dislike the most?
Okay, my favourite food is probably chocolate.
Chocolate.
That's not food.
And probably the thing I dislike the most is tuna.
Tuna. Okay, alright. And this tuna.
Particularly when someone's eating it in the staff room.
Oh. Okay. What's your favourite chocolate?
I actually like the Cadbury Dream, the white chocolate. I know it's kind of not really chocolate, but and it's much more it's unhealthier than the actual dark chocolate.
Okay, so white Cadbury Dream. Okay, and you'll notice on your sheet that there is a place to do drawings, and there's my little drawing of a Cadbury Dream. Okay. Sometimes an image comes to your mind, and when that image comes to your mind, it's always worthwhile jotting it down. So on your paper there, I've given you a place to write, and I've given you a place to do a bit of a drawing, even, you know, any type of a drawing. Let's see, what's our next question? Do you have any pets?
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay.
No.
Is there a reason?
Well, growing up, Mum hated dogs, Dad hated cats, so I had a budgerigar, and we had one for 15 years.
Do budgerigars really live that long?
Well, this one did. There's a bit of a story about how it died, and so
Go on, tell us.
okay, so
Because you're smiling about it, and it means you've got...
I like to bring it up with my mother when I need to win an argument. So we got a roach bomb in the house to do pest control, and we took the bird out and had it on the veranda in its cage. And then when we went a few hours later to open up the thing, all the pest stuff came out, and you saw the budgerigar literally go like that.
Oh,
So I always remind my mother that she killed my only pet that I was allowed to have.
no.
That's the saddest story I've heard.
That is so sad.
She gets very
trauma explained
Yes.
in many multitudes.
And I just haven't had a pet since then.
Okay. Cool. Again, I'm going to stop and I'm going to remind you, while I turn this off, that I'm not just asking the questions that are on your sheet, I'm asking a second question to get more involved and get more information. And well, we now know that there's no pets except for one budgie. And we know that that is a, look at my very sad looking man when that budgie passed away. Okay, again, a little sketch. It doesn't have to be artwork, it just has to remind you of the story, and that little sad man is reminding me of the story. Next, if you were an animal,
Okay, which would you like to be and why?
which would you like to be and why?
When I was a kid, I would have said hippopotamus because I was fascinated with hippos back then. Thinking about it now, it's one of the animals that kills most people in Africa. It's
Is it
caused by
really?
hippopotamus.
Oh, yeah, by far.
Yeah, by far, yeah. So I used to have like a birthday cake, had to be hippopotamus and shape and all this sort of thing. So we'll go hippo. Maybe I've got the look.
They've got a great big mouth, haven't they?
Yeah,
Hippo?
and that's the, you know, they'll jump out of the water hole and kill.
They charge as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Charging.
They can also
I can't make
they
them
can,
charge.
they can walk underwater on
Well, they can't swim.
no.
Okay, okay, so there's my hippo, and he is racing towards us. Okay. Now you said that's what you would like to be when you were a kid. What about now?
I don't know.
You don't know? Don't really want to be an animal of any sort?
No.
But that's cool. I like the
I'll go with hippo.
Go with the hippo. Okay, next question. If you were an old, what old person thing do you do? Okay, now this one maybe you should go back to when you were a kid and remember what old person things you used to do.
Old person thing I used to do was probably, I used to sit and watch the news with my parents. You know, they'd like to discuss. They said, "Is there anything you'd like to know about what was on the news?" And we'd have discussions about. So interesting.
Okay, now that's supposed to be a newspaper. Okay, with a big.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
It's a newspaper. Okay, so watch news with the parents and actually was interested in stuff that was around you.
Yeah.
Okay, that is an old person thing. Not
and we used
something.
to, if we watched movies, my parents would always ask me after the movie, "What did you think of that? What do you think the purpose of that movie was about?" And so they're always trying to engage me in thinking about things as well. So, which is why I probably love movies, because I watched a lot of different films that probably I shouldn't have watched at my age, but we would discuss things in them. I remember Bonnie and Clyde as a young kid, you know, with the amount of bullet holes in the car. We had a discussion about, well, that's what they found, the amount of bullets that were in the original.
And you have a love for movies.
Yeah, I love movies.
Okay. So you've got a big movie collection or something
I
like that?
have quite an extensive DVD collection, yes.
Okay, so how many is extensive?
Oh, well, we were in this holidays. We've just been going through the shed, looking at all the DVDs and trying to alphabetise them, and we're only probably a quarter of the way through. So I've got several thousand DVDs.
Several thousand. You needed a shed to keep them in.
Yes.
So are they mostly new, bought new, or did you just go and raid DVD shops and they closed down?
New, some in second-hand shops, some at the old extra rentals used to when we had DVD shops and video shops, and a lot of TV series and stuff too. So even though I've got Netflix and all that, I still like to have hard copies of DVDs because of the artwork and
in case of the apocalypse.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Favourite movie star?
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry. Yes. Okay. Do you think the people who are watching will know who Tim Curry is?
Some of them, if I've taught them, might know who he is. Others may not know, but he's a star of many films, including Clue, Rocky Horror Picture Show. He was the original It in the 1990 version of Stephen King's It. Pennywise the Clown. Muppet Treasure Island. He was the voice of Nigel Thornberry. That's how you might know him.
Who's Nigel Thornberry?
He's in the Wild Thornberry's cartoon.
Oh, okay.
Smash.
Smashing.
Absolutely.
Smash.
Okay. Why?
I guess as a kid watching a range of movies, there are a couple that I really enjoyed. And before I realised it was the same actor, he was in those same movies that I really enjoyed as a kid. And then eventually he was my favourite actor.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Cool. Does he still act?
No. He does a lot of voice work. He had a stroke in 2012. So he's sort of paralysed down half his body.
And still does voice work?
Can still do voice work. When I met him last year in Texas, we had a conversation and it takes a while to process. Kind of like in an interview, you're waiting to give your answer. He waits a few seconds and he gives the answer.
Okay. Yeah. How long did you speak with him?
Well, I got a little bit extra time because the camera to take our photo stopped working. So I was standing next to him having a long chat, so it worked out well.
Did work out well.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Favourite toy?
Favourite toy? What did I have as a kid?
Okay, what I'd like to point out about what I'm doing right now is, even though I've just blown it completely, I sat back and I stopped talking completely. I didn't continue talking. I gave him as much time as he needed to come up with the answer. Okay, that's an important thing when it comes to interviewing your customer.
Worked it out. I used to have a lot of G.I. Joes. Kid, my favourite one was a Cobra character called Crystal Ball.
Is that like a G.I. Joe hat? No, that actually looks like a horse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
jockey hat.
But I'm going to put some
Come on.
camouflage. Okay, so we've got a G.I.
Which
Joe.
wasn't a popular character, believe it or not.
Hang on. So while I was doing that, I missed the last bit of your answer. You said G.I. Joe.
Yeah, the character of Crystal Ball.
Okay.
He was this hypnotist. He had this shield that was like a swirling thing that would hypnotise the opponent.
I should have known about him, shouldn't I? Yeah,
You should have.
Yeah.
The other one was Dr. Mindbender, who I'm starting to look like as time goes on.
Okay, we'll move on to the next one. The funniest name you have heard someone having had, and you, having taught hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people, have probably heard some pretty funny names.
I taught an Elvis.
Whoa.
I taught a boy called Akaba.
Akaba. How do you spell that?
A-K-A-B-A. And just the different variations and spellings of different names. You know, the amount of Jadens that I've taught with very different spellings and combinations.
That's what came to my mind when you said Akaba.
Yeah.
Okay. Which has got nothing to do with it. But yeah, so Aladdin came to my mind when you said Akaba, because I guess they probably come from a similar type of country.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Next. This is where, and I've actually done it already.
Yeah.
But this is where you throw in some of your own questions. So you throw in some of your own questions, and you do that by listening to what your client or your customer is saying, which gives you the ability to throw in those questions. Like I threw in the one about Tim Curry about who was your favourite actor, because when you were talking about how many movies you had, and there were a few others. So there's 2 places here that you need to think of your own questions, and I'd like you to do that, but don't wait until it shows on your sheet. You can do it anywhere through and put the answers down lower. Okay, so there's another question there, and here's, if you were a ghost,
where would I like to haunt?
Where would you like to haunt?
Oh, all the places of those ex-students that gave me a really hard time. But on a serious matter, I think at the Sports Illustrated photo shoots, places perhaps, or just sitting in a movie cinema, because then at least I can watch the movies.
Okay. Just so you know, I heard the Sports Illustrated and I totally ignored it. and the cinema. We've talked about cinema, and what happened there was something jumped into my mind, and I drew that down, because when it came to what was the place, if I was a ghost that I'd like to haunt, it would have been Notre Dame, because I went there about 40 years ago before it burnt down. And I couldn't draw Notre Dame, but I know it's in Paris, so I drew the Eiffel Tower.
It was an impressive building.
It was gorgeous, absolutely amazing. Where are we? We're down, I think this is probably the last question. Okay, which superpower would you love to have, and how would you use it?
I've been asked this on many occasions.
Oh, have you?
And I've thought about it long and hard, and it's kind of a cheat answer. I'd say omnipotence, because then you've got every superpower.
Omnipotence means every superpower.
I was going to say it's godlike.
It's godlike. Okay. Godlike. Godlike for me.
So you can go back in time, you're immortal, you've got super strength, you can fly, you can X-ray vision, laser eyes, whatever you want.
Okay. Now, omnipotence, didn't have a clue. Godlike, I understood. And that's my thought on godlike. A cloud with the sun peeking out and the sunshine coming down. So again, I'm not looking for really exciting artistic type sketches, but I would like you to note some stuff down in pictures, because our minds actually think in pictures. Now, Mr. Kerr, your stuff and your answers have really, really put me in a mind of where my design is going to head. And I won't say directly that it's going to have something to do with a chocolate bar and a budgerigar, but when you get your ball-bearing maze, it's going to be pretty cool. Okay. So this is what I'd like you to do. Spend some time, sit down with your customer, and just bond with them and work out stuff about them that you can put into your design. And that is all we need to do. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
And Don.